Listen, I'm not a trained professional athlete in any capacity, but I know when the vibes are off, and the vibes were off at the end. Alright, you delightful human beings, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka That Variety, and today we are gathered here to watch our stories. We're here to watch Friday Night Smackdown. We have a couple of housekeeping items. Number one, we will not be here next week. I know, we just got back from a little bit of a break. But I will actually be at Smackdown next week because it's in Cincinnati, so go team! And number two, I'm kind of reevaluating if we want to keep doing the Smackdown reactions into 2026. I am quite honestly starting to feel a little bit of burnout, and I think we are almost at that 3-year stretch of doing these Smackdown reaction videos anyway. And I'm like, I think that's a good run, to be honest, but let me know. Maybe we'll do a poll or something. Maybe the poll's already up by the time that this is up. I don't know, but nonetheless, let's get to Paul Heyman's nonsense because these brand splits don't matter at this point. So as per usual, grab your snacks, grab your choice of beverage, get comfy and cozy, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, make sure that you're taking care of your mental health, and if you have a lovely weekend, like we're about to have a nice lovely little weekend here in Cincinnati, go and enjoy the weather. After all, we are officially into fall. Oh, okay, lovely people. The brand split doesn't matter, so we got Paul Heyman back out here yet again. This man was like all over our screens at WrestlePalooza, at least for those first two matches. We do have so much to talk about, Paul. What is Paul Heyman going on about? Pseudo secondary champion. What is he talking about? Oh, so he's mocking Cody. Okay. Paul Seth's the Monday Night Raw champion. Like, aren't you supposed to be with this group? I swear to God. You're on the Raw show, Paul. But I mean, like, he was there with Brock Lesnar, so I don't know if Brock's gonna be on SmackDown. I don't know who's gonna be on what show at this point. We have Roman Reigns chance. God, this dude's a mess. He misses his tribal chief. There's no other way around it. So he's living vicariously through the visionless vision. Yeah, but like, Paul, Roman choked you out at Clash in Paris. We remember this very well. Not gonna lie, I was like really confused. I'm like, whose dog is main eventing WrestleMania? Not thinking it was Braun Breaker. I was thinking like a regular dog. Well, I mean, we know that you two go way back, Paul. We saw what happened last week on SmackDown in the backstage area, and then we saw what happened at WrestlePalooza. Cody, you were on the other show too, and it makes sense. But I mean, I guess this all makes sense, and I shouldn't be like annoyed at anything at this point because basically, like, Paul is over on SmackDown, presumably representing Seth Rollins because Seth and Cody, they're going to be facing each other for the Crown Jewel Championship at Crown Jewel in a couple of weeks. So I get it, but it's still like, all right, Paul, like you're on both shows now. Why is Paul Heyman the one that's on both shows? I got a scotch behind because I was yapping too much. We have another Cody and Paul segment, so it should be interesting. Cody, that's not a question. Are you going to follow it up with a question? No, like, tell me about Brock Lesnar is not a question, Cody. You said you were going to ask a question. Do I need to start asking questions? Because I will. Paul's face and the evidence. That's hilarious. So he's an oracle, a wise man, and an advocate all in one. Why do people call themselves the GOAT? Like, don't you have to earn that title? I mean, Paul, you could probably label him as one of the GOAT managers, maybe, right? Yeah, but Cody didn't ask a question. He said, tell me about Brock Lesnar. This is how you would do it in, like, interview land, right? Like, why did you come out to help out Brock Lesnar or be at ringside with Brock Lesnar? Like, in journalism school, you got the 5 W's and H, okay? The who, what, when, where, why, and how. Oh, snap. Who's coming out? Everybody's standing up. Braun and Bronson Brigade! Look at that! Look at this! I swear to God, this is the only interesting part of the vision. Like, keep Paul with Braun and Bronson Brigade. Keep Seth and Becky together. That's it. Just have them do, like, side missions. Have them apart a little bit, but be part of the same group. Meanwhile, there's Bronson Reed. He's just there to destroy everybody at this point. Like, that's just his assignment. I can respect that. Because there's always just, like, so much focus on Braun Breaker being the future, and I understand it, and I get it, and I can kind of get behind it. But it's like, you have Bronson Reed right there, too. Like, is he just chilling out and, like, destroying people? Like, what's going on here? Hype him up a little bit. Cody, nobody's figuring out what's going on this show at this point. That's what we're all trying to figure out. The visionless vision, I mean, they're going after power. And that's it. Oh, Braun Breaker's a little heated at that. Ripped off the shirt and everything. Hey, listen, I'm okay with getting more Braun and Bronson Brigade. Cody, what are you trying to do here? Cody's like, Booker T, hold the watch. And Booker's like, oh my God. That would be me at commentary. Oh my god. Cody's like, this isn't a good decision, but I'm just gonna go tossing hands anyway. Listen, if we're doing crossover en route to Crown Jewel, then presumably Survivor Series, like that all makes sense in my brain, I think. Well, it's not just the numbers game, but Braun and Bronson Brigade, they just destroy people at this point. That's literally what they do. Okay, Randy Orton, okay. RKO everybody. I mean, it's short, sweet, and to the point. Okay, so this is how we would eventually get a setup for Cody and Randy eventually, I think, right? Am I following the plot? I mean, this is at least kind of interesting because it's Randy Orton. He makes things a little bit more interesting. He's kind of, again, one of those like in-between people where like we love Randy Orton, we cheer for him and everything, but he's not like the cookie cutter babyface, not like Cody is. We have these in-between people at this point. Oh, okay. Well, this whole situation happened, but I mean, hey, we have Braun and Bronson Brigade on both shows for a little bit, which is always good. Because I mean, they're palatable, they're getting more personality, and they understand their assignment very well. And again, I really do like Paul Heyman with them a lot more than I like Paul with like Seth, to be honest. Like, it just feels like a natural fit. I don't know. But yeah, I thought this was pretty good. Cody just kind of went in there swinging, a little bit impulsive there. I understood sort of why he went for it, but I'm like, okay, Cody. But nonetheless, Paul Heyman and Cody in and of itself would get a thumbs up for me. And we got Braun and Bronson Brigade, so I'll take that as a win. So I'll give this a thumbs up. Again, this is all making sense with the build-up for Seth and Cody again at Crown Jewel, so I think this is all making sense to me. Alrighty, lovely people. We've got the Street Profits versus Melo Dope Miz. You can tell I'm so enthralled about this team being a thing still. I don't think that was a tag, no, because he didn't have the rope. Okay, now, okay, yep, that's a tag. We got the tag in the Dawkins. Oh, there goes Carmelo. Miz is trying to just like go after the Street Profits, and that clearly didn't end well. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the Street Profits have had their issues over the last couple weeks. There goes Carmelo. Oh, but there's Montez Ford, though. Okay, well, I thought he was gonna, like, jump off the steps or something, but I guess not. Alrighty, we're back from the commercial break into the cover, and Montez Ford kicks out. Alright, the tag is made, and the Miz is in. Huge kick right there. Nice little move. Okay, we got some tag team synergy going on with the Miz and Melo. Okay. Miz and Melo. We got the bronze, Miz and Melo. We have so much alliteration tonight. I love that for us. Yeah, I think Miz and Melo pretty much have it right now. He's almost there. He's almost in the corner. Oh, okay. I was like, why did we just like go crazy there with the camera for a second? But no, this makes sense because, well, the Miz was taking down Dawkins. Melo, keep going. Okay, well, the Miz just tagged himself in. Oh, Carmelo stopped Miz. Yeah, this is the second time that Miz has done some shenanigans. Oh, okay. Well, there goes Melo. That's one way to do it. Well, okay, Miz and Melo just lost to the Street Profits because, well, the Miz wanted to take all the glory. Love that for them. But, I mean, maybe that means that they're gonna be heading for Splitsville soon. I don't know, but either way around. This was still a serviceable matchup. Continued things with Miz and Melo. Street Profits got a win, and they definitely needed a win. So we'll see what happens moving forward. Okay, well, the Wyatts are on the commentary table, so that's happening. But once again, we'll just see what happens moving forward. Alrighty, friends, we got Kiana James and B-Fab kicking things off with this tag team match here. Of course, all four women have been kind of feuding for a few weeks now. Giulia is the Women's United States Champion. Kiana James is Giulia's associate. And then B-Fab and Michin, they're like friends. So this is how everyone's all kind of connected. Plus, again, like Michin challenged Giulia at one point. And I believe B-Fab was supposed to go after Giulia at one point. But then that's how we got to this match. Well, yeah, I would assume that pitting the Women's U.S. Champion would, you know, get them maybe closer to a title opportunity, maybe, right? Well, okay, Giulia just, like, left the ring. Kiana James is like, time out, time out. And there goes B-Fab. That's what I was, like, thinking that Montez Ford was going to do earlier. Just, like, jump off the steps and go after people. That was funny from Giulia. She's like, no. And then just threw her over the commentary table. Oh, Giulia's great. Oh, but there's Michin. Okay, Michin. Okay, that was great. That whole thing there with Giulia and Michin, I gotta give that a little round of applause because I was genuinely entertained by that. Once again, I forgot to unpause the recording, and well, there goes Giulia with the knee to Michin. Michin almost had Kiana James, though. Giulia might have something here. Oh, yeah, that could be it. There we go. Okay, Giulia picked up the win of the tag team match. Not a lot to really chit-chat about, but it's a win for the Women's U.S. Champion. I think that's what counts, right? So, So, yeah, I mean, I don't know where this women's US title is gonna go next, to be honest. I mean, they were going a little somewhere with, like, Michin and B-Fab, but now it seems like, oh, okay, this is interesting. Okay, we got backstage stuff with Alexa, Charlotte, Zarya, and Sol Ruka, so that's interesting. But either way, I don't know where this Women's United States Championship is gonna go at this point. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments down below about, like, what they could be doing with this Women's US Championship, because I genuinely have, like, no idea. Maybe 2/3 of this roster at some point is, like, over on Monday Night Raw at this point. I don't know. But, like, it feels like we just need people on SmackDown. I get it. It's a 2-hour show, so you don't need as many people, but, like, you still need people to compete for these championships and to keep things a little interesting and fresh. I don't know. But either way, this matchup happened, and we'll have to see what happens moving forward. Again, I have no idea what's going to happen with this title, to be completely honest with y'all. I have no idea. Alrighty, friends, we got Drew McIntyre out here. We got to see what he's got to say. I mean, Drew, you lost the match at WrestlePalooza. So wait, Cody came with the photo, but you didn't come with the evidence, Drew? He just called him Super Cody? He called him Super Cody. Drew's fed up at this point. He's just going off, and I can't really blame him, to be honest. All right, we got Nick Aldis out here now. Nick Aldis is fed up. Drew's fed up. Like, everybody's fed up on this show. Oh, snap. Oh, Jacob's back. Okay. No, I can get behind Jacob and Drew being a standalone thing if this is the case. It's really funny now because it's like, we're all like, oh my God, what happened to all these people? And like, probably what's going on is that they're using their time off, and you can't really blame people for that. Listen, give us Jacob and Drew, please. Give me this match. Yeah, Booker T summed it up perfectly. See, people remembered him. People remembered Jacob. Oh, he just took the mic from Drew. Jacob, we've missed you. Thank you. Drew looks like he's about to have a field day with this, and I feel like I am too. Keep going, Jacob. Keep going. He just took the mic from Jacob. He took the microphone back from Drew now. Oh, snap. There we go. Drew just headbutted Jacob. Oh, no. Oh, no. Look at Jacob's face. Oh, no. Yeah, don't do that, Drew. Listen, I'm perfectly okay with this whole situation. There's something fresh and different for both of these dudes. Just because Jacob came back and we got Jacob and Drew seemingly in a new situation here, I'm giving this a thumbs up because I want to see where this goes. I'm invested already. This is fresh. This is different. This is what I'm saying. We need bodies on the show. We need freshness. We need something on the show. We need something on the show. Well, friends, we've got an interesting development with this U.S. Championship Open Challenge situation. We've got Javon Evans from NXT, and I believe him and Sami Zayn had an encounter on NXT not too long ago. I don't remember if it was this past Tuesday or, like, I think it was probably 2 weeks ago at the Homecoming show. I think that was when they, like, had a little chit-chat in the locker room area. But this has to be such a cool opportunity for Javon Evans. Like, it just has to be. I mean, I think we saw him earlier this year, I think in a tag team match or something, so, like, this is his second time on SmackDown, but I mean, like, this just has to be a really cool opportunity for the dude. Oh my God, he got a lot of air on that. I was a little concerned if he was gonna make it there because he just had so much air on that diving crossbody. Oh man, what a drop kick. Oh, but Sami with a clothesline. Oh no. This could get interesting. This could get very interesting. I need to see what happens. Oh, come on, but you don't have picture-in-picture for this? Okay. Alrighty, friends, we're back from the commercial break. Sami Zayn was in control, but I think Javon Evans got him to the outside of the ring again. There he goes. Wow, he got some really good air on that. Again, this dude keeps getting good air on all these moves. Dude, if we had an upset, that would be insane. But there's Sami Zayn. Oh, nope. Here we go, into the cover, into the cover, into the cover. Dude, Sami's had some great matches, like, since he's become U.S. champion. Again, I appreciate the title being on the show, and I appreciate the quality of matches. The senses of Sami's, they're like me. They like the alliteration. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, but it worked, right? It's not fancy, but it works, and sometimes that's, well, what works. Wrestling. Oh, there's Javon. Dude, this dude's unreal. I know I keep saying it, but it's so true. Oh, man. I was gonna say, like, that could have easily done it for Sami right there, but I mean, this dude, like, has survived the bloodline, Gunther. Sami's just went through so much on these stories. I would agree. This is awesome. Oh, Sami capitalized right there. Oh, no. Sami's in one corner. Javon Evans is in the other corner. Oh, there we go. No. Okay, there we go. He caught him right there. He caught him right there. Oh, Sami ducked out of the way there, though. Oh, no. Now he's back in the corner, but he's in the other corner. Sami Zayn might have it, people. Oh, no. Javon Evans ducked out of the way. Oh, my God. Dude, I legit thought that was it for a second. They're chanting "Ref, you suck." Yeah. The people are ticked off. The people are ticked off. Oh, no. No. Oh, there's the haluva kick. Blue Thunder Bomb. Oh my God. Dude, that was close. That was really close with Javon and Sami. I don't care. I'm giving this a thumbs up. This was really good. Javon got to just really show what he could do here. And Sami Zayn pulled out the win. Again, like, Sami Zayn plus the US Championship is exactly the thing that we need on this show. Good matches. Everybody getting a little bit of a chance to shine. We get to see different people every week. And I mean, obviously, I would like to get to a point where we have like a story, right? But I mean, like, he's still very early on in the title run. So I'm okay with just us getting consistently good matches on this show. Because, like, it gives us a little something to look forward to every week. And it could lead to something else down the line. We don't know. I don't care. This was a good match. I'm giving this a thumbs up. Now Sami and Javon are having a little moment in the middle of the ring. Sami's endorsing Javon right here, just giving him kudos and all that. So you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Alrighty, friends. We've got her. Oh, boy. Not even fully centered. Oh, no. Alrighty, friends, we've got Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, and Jade Cargill competing for the WWE Women's Championship. This title also feels this whole women's division feels like they're in limbo over here on SmackDown, which stinks because, like, they got talent on that roster. It's just that, like, what stories are we trying to go with here? What the? Okay, so we just, okay, we went into picture-in-picture just, like, randomly there. Okay, 30 seconds, 35 seconds to be exact, into the match. Alrighty, friends. Okay, I have it muted, but we're back from the break. We're back with Nia and Tiffany. I was gonna say, what are we going on about Michael Cole? I can understand, like, Tiffany, Jade, and Nia all, like, feuding together over time because they have, but, like, Jade and Tiffany, like, they've had some matches together over time. But then again, like, Tiffany and Jade, they were kind of going at it too, right? When, like, Jade was still teaming with, like, Bianca and Naomi, right? Because that was that whole situation. So yeah, everyone is interconnected, and they go back in this match. We just got back from the break, and they went to another picture, and I don't think we had a single picture-in-picture. I don't think we did, no. Did we? I feel like we had one earlier, but it's like we're throwing all the picture-in-pictures, like, right at the end. I'm all confused at this point. Alrighty, friends, we're back from the very jump-cutty picture-in-picture. And we've got Tiffany and Nia and Jade, and they just suplexed Nia right there. There's a lot that just happened, I think. I hope I got that right. Nope. Jade was right there. See, Tiffany hit the prettiest moonsault and hit Nia with it. And Jade, well, she rolled out of the way and effectively was in a good little spot there to break things up. Again, triple threat rules, first fall, the finish. So, like, Tiffany doesn't even have to be involved in the pinfall to lose the title, technically. Whoever wins this matchup, they'll take on Stephanie Vaquer at Crown Jewel for the Crown Jewel Championship, similarly to how Cody and Seth are going to be battling it out. It's interesting that Tiffany and Jade are wearing matching outfits, pretty much. Alright, Jade might have it. Oh, Nia just pulled the ref out of the ring. We were about to have a good time, but no, Nia, we're not having a good time. Get her, Jade. Oh, no. Oh no. Now we got the steel steps. This cannot be good, people. This cannot be good. Oh! Okay, Jade just slammed Nia right into the steps. Okay, I see blood. Oh my god, Jade's bleeding. Look at that. Oh, but Jade's back up on her feet. Oh, just took down Nia. Where's Tiffany? There's Tiffany. That answers my question. We didn't see Tiffany there for a minute. What? What just happened? Okay, something happened there. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so Tiffany retained, but I'm so confused as to what just happened. Listen, I'm not a trained professional athlete in any capacity, but I know when the vibes are off. And the vibes were off at the end. So that ending just happened, but before we got to the ending, everything else was pretty solid. So I'll give basically everything up until the ending a thumbs up. So something seemed like it went a little haywire at the end, but we'll have to see what happens moving forward. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vaquer. That should be an interesting matchup on paper, a little fresh, a little interesting. See, we're finally getting just a healthy dose of freshness on this show, and kind of with the premium live events, I think. So I'm okay okay with that. But it's still like, we need some stories on this show. We really do. We need some stories. I'm here to watch my stories. I need to be sports entertained with my stories. We're getting good matches, which is great, and Crown Jewel shaping up to be a pretty decent show on paper so far. It's just that we need some stories. I mean, maybe they're setting things up at Crown Jewel as we head towards Survivor Series, because that's War Games and all that. I don't know. All right, we got Stephanie Vaquer coming out here now. Booker T's just living his best life, but I've got Stephanie Vaquer in this situation. I got Stephanie. She's the new champion. She's got more to prove. Tiffany, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Stephanie needs this win a lot more. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Who do you think is going to win this thing? Stephanie Vaquer, Tiffany Stratton? Overall, again, the ending, I don't know what just happened, but the rest of the match was good. And we will be there live and in person for SmackDown next week in Cincinnati. Alrighty, friends. Overall, this was a decent episode of SmackDown this week, and it went by pretty quickly this week, so I'm pretty happy with that. Overall, we need stories on this show. I'm gonna keep harping on it. But like, that's the thing that is now crystal clear. They have a lot of people now, and they just need to get people to sink their teeth into. And we saw this earlier this year with the Bloodline Vortex, it felt like, right? So this has been a problem for some time. It's like, okay, they have the people, they just need to deploy the people into the ecosystem and give them the stories and something to latch on to. We might have just been calling this for some time, to be completely honest. I don't know, because again, I feel like with a lot of the wrestlers, once you give them like something to kind of sink their teeth into, give them a little bit of a direction, that I think they could probably make something happen. That's the vibe that I get. Again, I've never been actually in the wrestling business, but I have to think that like, hey, you know what, here's what we're gonna do for a few weeks or whatever, here's your next opponent, you know, go at it, like here's a direction. That I feel like that makes some sense, right? I hope that makes sense. So I feel like, again, they have like some of the right people, but again, I think they also really need some like main event people over on SmackDown still. We might be seeing that possibly with like Drew and Jacob possibly. That's an interesting thing that I really liked on this show. The main event was good up until the ending. I don't know what happened at the end there, but like the vibes were off at the end. But Sami and Javon was great too. So overall, we had a lot more bright spots. We had Paul Heyman and Cody at the start of the show with Braun and Bronson Brigade with Randy popping out. I wish we would have followed up on that a little bit throughout the night, because it just seemed weird that they started the show with that, but then didn't maybe like follow up on that in some capacity. Like, even if it was just a quick minute thing with like Cody and Randy, like, you know what I mean? That would have made a little bit more sense. But I'm also interested in the whole situation with Charlotte and Alexa, seemingly with like Zarya and Sol Ruka. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But again, it's pretty much getting to a point where it's like, we need stories, right? Monday Night Raw, we're kind of in limbo at this point, and we need like stories on this show. And I think they've got the roster. It's just a matter of like kind of putting people into places. And I think they're kind of doing that, right? Like, we still have Damian and Aleister Black. We've got this new thing sort of with like Jacob and Drew. That's interesting. We got something going with Randy and Cody, but that's kind of like, you know, is this going to happen? Is this not going to happen? Like, they keep teasing it, but nothing happens. I don't know. Either way, I thought this was a pretty decent episode, all things considering. But let me know what you thought about this week's episode of SmackDown down in the comments down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so you get notifications around here, that sort of thing. We will not be here next week, and we will not be here for the 10th either, mostly because that's when they're going to be in Australia, and the show starts at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and there's just no way I can get a prompt like upload for y'all or a prompt reaction. So, and then of course next week it's here in Cincinnati, so we will be at that. So just to give you a heads up there, we'll kind of reevaluate where things are going as we get further into October, or I might just put up a poll or both to kind of gauge interest in that sort of thing. But once again, thank you all so much for all the love and support. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one.